Snake Cinema Podcast, stepping in. Your one-stop review, let it sink in. Hip-hop vibes, we break it down. Laughs and insights all around.
What it do, what it do. Good morning, and thank you for tapping into another Snake Cinema podcast. I'm your host, Prince Elias, and today is going to be a different show. Different show. We're going to talk about the state of the show, what has been transpiring as of late, and how I'm going to move on in the future. And I hope that what I talk about today is a cautionary tale for any creator. It doesn't have to be reptile related, it can be anything dealing with podcasts or content in general. Um, Trusting people with your work, with your essential baby, your art, and how ego and pride and selfishness can destroy all that. So, yeah, it's going to be a different type of show. I'm not holding back on my feelings, and I'm only going to be talking about my situation. So if you're here for drama and messiness, if you're here because you think I'm gonna whistle blow on some things and some people, I'm not. I'm not putting anybody's story out there unless they come out on their own um, and speak on it. I'm only gonna speak on me in this show and lessons learned, because there's always lessons learned when it comes to this. Uh, Not gonna do no news of the week or anything like that. A lot of stuff has happened in Hollywood, both music and movies, but I'm not in the mood for that shit right now. I will say that. I will say that Stranger Things has been out, Volume One on Netflix, and I'm really enjoying where it's going. I can't wait to see how the finale is on New Year's, but and the rest of Volume Two. But right now, it is pretty good. So we'll talk about that more in the future. But let's talk about the people who always support me day one in the cheesy chats. Year first, yeah, DJ. Shout out to DJ Royal Caribbean's Exotics. What up, bro? Thanks for tapping in. B Ross, Chicken Mine. What's up? Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Girl next door, thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you. Oh, there go our sponsors. Our sponsors. Thanks for tapping in. ENT Reptile. Appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in. Keisha. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Love you, sis. TJ, the other sponsor of ENT. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Yes, yes, yes. It breaks my heart too. It breaks my heart too, but I got to keep it real. Got to keep it real. Mr. Floppy, thanks for tapping in. Row 50, appreciate you. You can't hear nothing. Oh, oh, oh. Testing, testing, testing. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. Mad low. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. Maybe it's the volume of my laptop because my mic is on. I see the audio meter moving and I can hear myself. Oh, it's all good. It's all good, Keish. What up, everybody? And yes, this podcast and every podcast, this whole channel is brought to you by ENT, Orlando and Terrell. Thank y'all so much for always supporting. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Mm. Jay, what it do? Thanks for tapping in. Outdoors with Jay. Appreciate you. Ashley Rogers, not sure who you are, but thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Thanks for hopping in. Time for a rant. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Let's see. Okay, now y'all can hear. Okay. Maybe I just wasn't close enough to the mic. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Oh, that's the bestie. Okay, thanks for tapping in, Ashley. Welcome, welcome, bestie. Let's see. Bear in the Grove, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. If you talking about the chicken post, yeah, I love that. And you just posted another one, or maybe my algorithm is backwards, but the chondro looking nice, looking nice. Yeah, Bob Ross got some heat on all specs, the reptiles and the chickens. Let's see. Uh all right. Let me get my notes because I had to write a lot of stuff down for this. Bosa brother, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you this morning. I had to write a lot of stuff down. So I want this to be a cautionary tale to everybody, whether you do vlogs, anybody want to get into YouTube, and also let's throw TikTok in there because a lot of people are having shows on TikTok and going lives and stuff. Let this be a cautionary tale to always keep your work in house. Don't join a network. Don't be a part of any network, and I don't care whose network it is, because I still support some like Mike and Herb Collectors, dope dude. Chris flexing and finessing, love him. There are in the other two networks that people know and love. Fuck them. Just that's just my personal opinion. One tried to be all up in my stories when I expressed my upset about recent events, trying to be nosy, trying to see what's going on, and I quickly shut that down and told him to get off my page. I should never see that hideous logo anywhere on my social media's notifications. I should never see a T anywhere. Like, fuck you. You know I don't like you. So don't ever. And if you or your lackeys are secretly watching this show right now, you know how I feel. Like, we ain't spoke all year. And then all of a sudden you in my stories because you want to know the drama. Kiss my ass. Let's see. James P, thanks for tapping in. Silent Assassin. Hey, I watched your episode on the Triple J's, More Forge. Great show, great show. Y'all, if y'all missed it, go to More Forge YouTube channel and check out their check out the recent last episode with James and his girl. Great, great show. Love it. Chris, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I'm coming in swinging because they should not have did that. Should not have did that. Don't come into my stories and we ain't spoken forever. Like, nah, nah. do not, do not do that because you just being nosy. And it was like 4 or 5 of them. They whole clique just like, nah, go away. F you. Tommy, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. And all of a sudden, I started getting followers on Instagram. People following me that know me, they're a part of the whole conglomerate, like friends of friends, mutuals. Then all of a sudden, now you want to follow me. You ain't been following me before, but now you want to follow me on Instagram after all this. Anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and get started. I got my notes. So, story time. And I'll try to make this fast, but I just want to give people a gist because I do have a lot of subscribers, new subscribers. We're almost at 900 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. So there might be some people who just now coming to this channel who have no idea who I am, no idea what's going on, no idea about this stuff. They just, whether it's the shorts, whether it's Instagram, whether word of mouth, they're all of a sudden follow me. So I need to put a little story time out there. So you can know why I'm so pissed off and frustrated about this whole situation. So 2019, I went to the movies, saw the Aladdin remake, and decided, came home, was hanging out with my snakes like I normally do, and decided to make a video, upload a video of me reviewing that movie. And that was the start of Snake Cinema Reviews. That was the start of everything. And so I started to I started to uh, making vlogs. They were just short vlogs, maybe 10, 15 minutes, sometimes less than that, but of me talking about movies or TV shows that I've seen or albums or singles like music songs that pop up and I just want to talk about whether I liked it, whether I didn't like it. And I did that for a good 3 or 4 years. Like it was just consistent, just making vlogs called Snake Cinema Reviews or Snake Music Reviews. And I'll always have a snake around my neck, one of my pets just hanging out with me. And that was the gist of the whole thing. And then I ain't gonna lie, I started to get inspired by a lot of people in the community that I love. And I was like, I would like to do it longer format because sometimes there are topics in Hollywood, in the music industry, you know, things that happen, rappers or singers beefing with each other, award shows, stuff like that. There are a lot of stuff that goes on that in pop culture or in entertainment that I would like to talk about. So I was like, let's, instead of doing these small individual vlogs, let me make a podcast. And so in 20, I want to say 2023, 24, um most likely 2024, I started to do Snake Cinema podcast and I was doing it on my own on this channel, um making all my own thumbnails, my own topics, all that jazz. And then of course I'm supporting everybody in the hobby, everybody in the industry, my peoples, you know, Keys and Wiz and KG, you know, the usual suspects, everybody, and watching their podcast, being a part of their show, sometimes hopping on when they send the links. Um, and it was just a great vibe. It was great, amazing, so much fun, and I don't regret none of that. And then Keys and Wiz popped up and said, "Yo, we're gonna start our own network." And I'll never forget when they made that announcement. You know, I was in the comments chat and I was like, Snakes in my podcast on the Whiskey Bum Network. And they was like, ooh, good idea. So they DM me later and was like, you really want to do it? And I was like, yeah. And so we, you know, that's when I pretty much became the flagship or the first official show on the Whiskey Bomb Network. Um, and it was great. I'm not gonna complain. I'm eternally grateful for the opportunity. I got more viewers, more eyes, more watchers, everything. A lot of support, a lot more engagement, and thank God for Keisha. Thank God for Keisha. She took a lot of load off with the thumbnails and the reels and stuff like that, and so I was internally grateful and I was able to focus because I did not have to spend my own time outside of work coming up with thumbnails and stuff like that. I was able to just focus on the topics, focus on what am I reviewing this week, what am I reviewing next week, you know, what am I talking about, gathering notes and stuff like that. So it was a great venture and a great partnership, and like I said, I don't regret any of that. Um, and so that happened, I believe, right after, yes, the very last video that was specifically on my channel before I joined the Whiskey Bum Network was episodes 40, no, episode for music, it was episode 43. That was the last music review episode that I did before the Whiskey Bomb Network. And then in movies, the very last episode was episode 52. It was actually after the Halloween, it was during my Halloween series. So I finished up the Halloween series in 2024, episode 52. And then after that, I became exclusively streamed on the Whiskey Bomb Network, which is Keys Constrictors channel. And so all that, um, things started blowing up, and uh, everything was, like I said, everything was good. A lot of fun to be had. Um, a lot of great episodes. I was blessed with the opportunity to get a table at KG Bombs Projects, KG&D, their reptile breeder show that they host. twice a year. And I was able to go to the March show out in California. And I used that opportunity for the podcast, not just my podcast, Snakes in the Podcast, but the whole Whiskey Bomb Network. And we live streamed there. I did interviews. I interview people for the first time because y'all know I don't do interviews. That's not my format. But I got a chance to interview some breeders out there. And it was a dope, dope, fun vibe. Also, I got to do a live show with the Whiskey Bump Network with the family during February's Sear show, as well as this past Sear show in August. So I had three three live shows under my belt. I learned a lot. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the knowledge I gained when it comes to podcasting live, when it comes to doing all the things like vending and stuff, I learned a lot with the network. So I'm gonna always give props where props are due. I will always show gratitude in that aspect. But then fast forward to this past Tuesday, I was no, I'm skipping a beat. So, anyways, we're going good all year, just going great. And then all of a sudden, the dreaded Tinley show happened. And I'm not going to go into details on that, but for the most part, people who in the reptile hobby know what happened at Tinley. And even after that situation, because I was here, I didn't go. I was here in Memphis. I still did my show. All the other shows they canceled because everybody was, traveling and stuff like that. And you know, and so me and Father Don, we were the only ones who had our show, and I think FNA too. We were the only ones who had our shows that weekend, um, as usual, as according to plan, because we were all still in our prospective states. And so I'm in the middle of my show, and then all of a sudden, Keys pops up on the live while I'm in the middle of my show, and he's hyped up. He's you know, shouting at everybody and everything. And a part of me was thrown off. I'm not gonna lie. I was like jolted, like, bruh, I was in the middle of talking and he just came and interrupted shit. But I let it slide because I did not know what was going on. I did not know what happened was happening in the middle of all that. And so, anyways, I do that show. I finish that show. He hops off. I finished the show as normal. And it was like as soon as I got off the live, I'll never forget. I got off the live because usually when I get through, if I'm at the coffee shop, local coffee shop, as soon as I get through, I pack my stuff up and I go either to the gym or to the zoo to work out because Saturdays are one of my training days for this 10K race that's been going on that I've been training all year for. And so I remember going to the zoo, doing my 2 mile walk, and all of a sudden my notifications on Instagram was blowing up. Different people was like, yo, is everything good? What's going on at Tinley? Is Keys okay? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm here in Memphis. I'm not at Tinley, but once you get enough of those, where you get like 5 or 6 notifications from people like, hey, what's going on? I was like, unlike some people in this hobby who hear rumors or hear whispers and they just run with it, go all into discourse and run with rumors that they heard happen at Tinley, like as if they were there. Unlike those idiots, I actually, well, idiot, one person, but we'll talk about that another day. I go to the source. So when you get about 6 people, 7 people DMing you saying, yo, what's going on? I go to the source. So I DM 2 people involved. And of course, one person didn't answer, rightfully so. But Keys answered. He was like, everything's good. Just had a bad trip. No problem. I was like, oh, okay. And then TikTok videos start coming out and then everything else. And it was just, wow. And then finally, I started talking to people who were actually there, breeders who were actually there and witnessed everything. So, anywho, long story short, because I'm not going into details on that. If you know, you know. If you don't, we're not worried about that. That's not part of this story with Snakes in a Podcast. So, anyways, I try to be the good friend, the good little brother, and just reach out to both parties and say, hey, I don't know what's going on, but just know that I love y'all and I'm here for y'all, if you need anything. And so even after Tinley, that whole week after Tinley, I was helping out. I was volunteering, helping backstage on things like the Genetic Canvas show and stuff like that, just trying to help out, just trying to do what I can while the parties involved get their lives together and situated and everything's all good. So, and to support my family, because when I say you're my family, I mean that. I mean that you are my family. If I call you my big brother, my big sister, or my big cousin, or whatever, you are my family. So I was being ride or die. And then when rumors start going around and people start talking crap, or going on their Instagrams talking crap, I was the bulldog, like, yo, keep their name out your mouth, especially if you was not there. Like, shut up, like all that jazz. And so I was trying to be supportive and help in any way I can, as much as I can, because I can't. There's only so much I can do from Memphis. I can't control the world, but I try to do the best I can as I could control being a friend. And then everything started going quiet. Well, not just them, but a lot of people. Everything started going quiet. Well, we is quiet, KG quiet, everybody quiet. And I'm like, interesting. And so, but I just like, and me and Father Dunn, we're completely blind to everything, especially poor Father Dunn. I love Father Dunn. Just completely blind. Like, nobody told Dunn did anything. He just like, yo, am I having a show today? And so, I just try to keep him in the loop with the best that I could, but and try to help him out with everyday keepers. But it was just like so much was left in the dark. And so I just remained quiet, was there if people need me, hey, I need you to, I got you. Hey, could you do, yes, of course, like the best I could. But then everything went quiet, everything went ghost. And so when one thing about me, when you leave me in the dark, my brain, call it anxiety, call it paranoia, I don't care. My brain just, I start thinking of the worst case scenarios and even the best case scenarios, because I try to see the good in everybody, but I'm like, something not right. Some in my gut, some in my heart ain't right. Some, my intuition was red flag, red flag, red flag, abort mission, abort mission. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I should take my podcast back and go back to just streaming on my channel, because I don't like putting other people in their situation in their personal lives. I don't like having that dictate my stuff. Something that I started back in 2019, something that I've been passionate about and loved. This is my baby. This is my pride and joy. I love doing this more than any of the other stuff with Creative Reptiles. And it's like, yeah, I can't, I can't do it. And so I was like, and then again, I'm not putting nobody's business out there, nobody's stories out there, but I started hearing some things from multiple people, not just one person, about how this person's character really is, that I've never saw. I was blind to all of this, but I started to hear like people coming to me like, yo, this is what we had to deal with. This is what this person had to deal with. This is what I had to deal with. And I was just like, whoa, yikes. But I still was giving this person the benefit of the doubt. I was giving him because this is my big bro. I love him. He ain't never steered me wrong. He ain't never lied to me. He ain't never betrayed me, yada, yada, yada. But then when he finally reemerged and started communicating again, and I just, I started asking him certain questions like, yo, I have a question. So we've had several conversations. And in each of those conversations, I found a lie here, a lie there. Something that's because he had no idea. I talked to multiple people and a lie trickle here, a lie trickle there. And I'm like, nah, he wouldn't lie to me, not little bro. Nah, no. Whoa, yikes. Oh, okay. So in the midst of all this, I am grieving a friendship. I am grieving. To me, friendship breakups are for me worse than any type of relationship because it's like, yo, I trusted you, and you sit here lying to my face. You sit here BSing to my face, and so the last conversation we had over the phone, well, not the last, second to last conversation we had over the phone, I just straight up told him, yo, I love you, but I'm going to have to take my show back. I'm gonna have to leave the network. I'm gonna have to step back. I'm gonna still support. Like I was still down to support. I was still down to continue to be the weekend warrior, paying monthly, being subscribed to the YouTube channel. I was down support. I was still hopping in the chest. Now at this time I was going through a lot personally with my own life. So I stopped watching a lot of shows, not just his shows, but a lot of shows live. I would watch the replays, but I was still supporting, still commenting, still liking, still doing all the things. Posting on Instagram, yo, go watch this tonight. This is coming on tonight. I was still doing all the things I do because I love him so much and I love everybody that's part of the network and I wanted to support everybody. And so I was like, but in the midst of all that, every lie that I remember or catching him in kept festering inside of me. And so I was like, so personally, I stepped back as far as DMing each other every day, talking in the group chats. I just start step back because the more I realize the BS, the angrier I got. And when I get angry, when I feel disrespected, I'm like, no, I can no longer, hey, how you doing? Yeah, 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 yo. I can't fake the funk. It's hard for me to fake the funk. So instead of faking the funk, I just dip out. I just walk away. I just quietly, yo, I just get quiet. Just like everybody else got quiet that week after 10 league, I got quiet in some of these group chats. Or I just do the simple good morning with the memes, like how y'all doing? And then I dip back out. And luckily my job kept me so busy that it was easier for me to do that. Um, but anyways, let me see what everybody's saying. Sorry, y'all. I've been I've been so trying to get the backstory of everything so y'all know the context of most stuff while still keeping it respectful for other people involved. I remember like it was yesterday. Yep. Yep. Okay, y'all just talking to each other. Low life, thanks for tapping in. I see a lot of new people who normally don't catch me live lately. Don't be lost. He do. Our poor father be so lost. I love you, Dundee. Oh, mm. Let's see. Keisha says, thank you. I still have a lot of healing to do, but I'm better and I've been in a long time. That's good. So glad to hear that and so glad to see you out. Love you, Keish. Mike, Big Mike, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Sometimes you got to step away and run your own show or life. That's facts, James. That is facts. Yep. Yep. Let's see. A lie don't care whose lips it used to tell it or who it. Facts, TJ. You right. I don't think anybody took it as hard as we did last year, but we kept it kosher for the sake of the group. Yep. Yep. You sure did. Still never spoke our mind or told our side, but it is what it is. Yep. And Mike stupid. I've been trying to turn Tom blue for 60 seconds. Oh yeah. Yeah, we all are. Project Pat, thanks for tapping in. Kyle, thanks for tapping in. You still talking our chest. I feel yeah, cause y'all so positive, and a lot of times y'all so positive, y'all so hilarious. Even though sometimes if I'm at work, y'all be having 50 conversations at one time, and I can't keep up. I just be like, bruh, I can't. I don't even know when to enter into this chat, cause y'all, it be lit. It be lit in your chat, but it be so much fun, so hilarious. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate you. And I'll go back later and turn y'all blue, those who aren't. I appreciate y'all. But Tommy, thanks for tapping in. Okay, so let's get back to the story. So, anyways, fast forward to this past Tuesday. Fast forward to this past Tuesday. DJ, our lovely brother DJ, World Caribbean's Exotics, and his crew, the Off the Plank podcast, they had a Friendsgiving episode. And so I hopped on, Ash hopped on. It was so much fun. A lot of us, we just had a good time. It was such a great time. And I was on my phone because with StreamYard, it's so weird. Technology is so weird. Evie Mux doesn't work on my phone, but it works great on the iPad. But StreamYard works great on my iPad, but does or my phone, but does not work great. And so it's like in order for me to hop on DJ show, I had to be on my phone. And so when I got home and got into some good Wi-Fi, I'm still using my phone, and I decided to use my iPad to talk to the people in the chats, to chop it up with the people in the chats while we're having great fun discussions and stuff and having a good time. And so I'm on my iPad off to the side because at this point they're like showing off snakes and talking about other things. Darian also, Azani Reptiles, he was on too, and they were showing off snakes and stuff. And so was on my iPad, cracking jokes with people in the chats, having a good time. And something said, look on your YouTube page, because I was already on the app. It said look on your page, and I'm like, why does my first mind say look at your page? So I went and viewed my channel, and I noticed it was a lot of blanks, a lot of white boxes, because the way my channel is set up, I actually broke it down into playlists. So if you go to my channel, you will see on the homepage, you'll see the For You, you'll see the shorts. And then if you keep strolling down past the shorts, you will see Snake Cinema movie reviews, Snake music reviews, and Snake Prince vlogs. I have it broken up into categories for a reason. And I started to see a bunch of white boxes. And so I clicked on the playlist of Snake movie reviews, and I see all these white boxes, and it says deleted video, deleted video, deleted video. And it's just going on and on and on. I took a couple of screenshots, and at this point, I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch Off the Plane podcast, at some point you stop hearing my voice. I stopped talking. I muted myself, and everybody's deep in conversation, everybody's showing off snakes and stuff. I just stopped talking altogether because I am looking in shock. I'm having a whole shock on screen. Luckily, they had, DJ had the snakes in focus in the center of everything, and we were off to the side. So, but in real time, I'm going through a culture shock, like, what the hell? Where is this video? Where is that video? And then I went to the music side, music playlist, same thing. And I started taking screenshots like video deleted, video deleted, video deleted. Like, what? And so I went and looked at Keys Constrictor's channel. First of all, channel's nowhere to be found. And everything, hair down, the great outdoors, tinfoil fitteds, snakes in everything gone. And my heart sank. I think I went through all stages of grief in a matter of 20 minutes because my heart sank. I was in shock. I was in denial. And then that good old anger kicked in. and I was pissed. And I was pissed not only at the person, but I was pissed at myself because I was like, I should have did what Jared did. Now, Jared, when everything at Tinley went down, Jared immediately started downloading his episodes of the Genetic Canvas and re-uploading them to his page. I should have saw the writings on the wall and I should have did what he did. But I was being a good little brother because he wouldn't do that to me. He wouldn't betray me like that. He wouldn't burn the entire house down just because of his pride and ego. Yeah, narcissists would do that. They would burn the whole house down just to start over and pretend like nothing happened. And so everything gone. I wrote I wrote it down. I was like, all and the only episodes that are left are the ones that he allowed to stream on my channel the same time as his. So all I have is like it could start it in it goes back to the beginning before I joined the Whiskey Bomb Network. If you look at my playlist, the last one was episode 52, and it's a big old huge gap until you get to like episode 91. And that was when he was allowing all of us to also stream on our channels with his. So, you know, he put it in the guise of supporting us and helping us get views and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like it's a different motive at this point. But I will say, at least I got one, two, three, four, five, six. At least I got at least I got 85 through 106. At least I got those. But the live seer shows gone. Those shows I did at KG and D show in California gone. All those top 10 countdowns that y'all love, the ones that y'all that y'all tease me with, like the Disney soundtracks and Prince being number 6, like that inside joke, gone. Nowhere to be found. We gonna be cracking that jokes. People gonna be wondering. People, brand new subscribers, gonna be like, "Why they keep calling each other number 6?" And nobody's gonna know the reference. The episode's gone. all those, all that work, a year's worth of work, all 2025, except for the ones he allowed me to stream on my channel at the same time, gone. And so, and what what pisses me off the most, what pisses me off the most is that this is the second time this happened to me. The first time this has happened is with the Beyond the Scales podcast. Y'all remember Beyond the Scales with Rock, Maki, Candy, Father Don, Bear? It was such a good show. So much fun. Such amazing moments and content. But it was all streamed on Rock's channel. And we all were talking, what y'all don't know is behind the scenes, we all were talking about, hey, how about we take turns streaming the shows on each other's channels? We take turns, we rotate like the RWO. Well, that's one thing I love about and respect Ken and them about the RWO. In the beginning of that network or that group, they've always shared the spotlight. They always was like, okay, this week is on Ken, this week is on Vance, this week is on Pressure Piece, this week is on Stan's channel. Like they always rotated and took turns just so everybody could get the numbers, get the views, and just it was a shared collective. And we wanted to be like that. But it was Rock's show on Rock's channel. He made that decision. He was like, nope, it's gonna stay the way it is. And so we didn't fight it. We did not fight it because it was his show. He created it. It was his channel. We wasn't gonna fight it, and we valued our friendship with him more than a show. So we just went with the flow, keep the peace. Only for one day he just wakes up and tell us in the group chat, "Yeah, I don't want to do this no more." And then before we can even ask, hey, can we at least get the episodes? Can we at least download it? Can we at least do something, save it? He had already deleted everything and only had his vlogs on the channel. And so for me to go through this shit twice, yes, I was betrayed. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I was mad with that situation with Rock. And, you know, and our friendship has never been the same since. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I keep it cordial with him in the group chats. I keep it cordial with him, you know, when he's in the comments and lives and stuff. But the trust is dead. And he knows that. We've had deep conversations. The trust is dead. And I appreciate him for reaching out to me when Jimmy died, my boa. I appreciate him for, checking in on me. I really do. But that situation really, really ruined our friendship. It really did. We're not as close as we used to be. And I hate that, but at the same time, once you break my trust, it's kind of hard to win that back. I'm sorry. I don't forget. I can forgive, but I do not forget. I don't. I don't. Especially when you do something that I would have never imagined doing to you. If you do something to me that I know in my heart of hearts I would never do that to you, I don't know. So that's what pissed me off the most because I'm like, again, this happened to me again. But I must take accountability. This is the accountability moment of the show. I'm too trusting. I'm too trusting. I always see the good in people and then be shocked when they show me otherwise. Just like with certain people, I'm not going to say any names, but there are certain people in certain groups and certain communities that I loved with my heart of hearts, that I've gotten snakes from or sent money to or supported on their channels, promoted them because I really, really saw the good in them. I would call them my cousins, as tongue in cheek, like, hey, we cousins, even though we from a totally different race, different backgrounds, different everything. Like I genuinely love them, only to find out that they were supporting anti-trans or anti-black stuff on social media, that they were commenting on people who were posting anti-trans stuff. And I'm like, bruh, what? And now I don't even watch they shit no more. I don't watch they podcast. I don't talk to them. If they comment in the chats, in the group chats, because we're in mutual group chats like Kyle's. Kyle's got a lot of people in his group chats that I don't fuck with. But I keep it cordial and I keep it cute because I'm not the type of person who likes to draw a line in the sand and be like, oh, you can't be friends with this person and be friends with me. No, we're grown. We're adults here. I can I cannot fuck with somebody, but my friends can, and we can still be cool. Like I'm not that type of person to be like, oh, you cannot deal with this. Like I'm not that type of person. So it's like, but I've dealt with that. 2025, I've dealt with that a lot. Actually, last year, after the election, after Trump won, I learned a lot about a lot of people in this reptile hobby. Like, dang, you're a racist? Mm. Oh, you're transphobic? Wow. Oh, you're homophobic? Wow. Not you, but you're friends with me. You're cool with me. Oh, I must be the token nigga in your life. I must be the token trans person. So when you be transphobic behind the scenes, you can say, I got a trans friend. I got a black friend. They don't think I'm bad. That must be it. That must be it. Because I'm like, wow. Revelations. 2025 had been a year of revelations where I figured some people out. And I'm like, not you. Not you. And so with all this shit that's been going on, it's heartbreaking. But I never thought in my wildest dreams that someone I called my big brother would do this to me. And still won't take accountability, still won't tell the truth. Oh, my page got hacked. Bullshit. Y'all can believe that lie. Y'all can believe that lie, but I will never. After catching him in so many lies before this happened, after catching so many lies with us talking on the phone, and the people who you betrayed in the past told me that you would do this, you would do that, you did it to a T. Like when people message me and say, "Watch out. If you piss him off, he's gonna do this. Oh, he's petty. Oh, he's vindictive. He's a da, 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 da," and you've done everything that they said you were gonna do to a T. I'm like, wow, no, he wouldn't do that. Not only that, he wouldn't do that. And then I took it away from myself, and I'm like, he wouldn't do that with Father Don. Father Don ain't did nothing to him. He wouldn't do that to Will, Post Malone. He wouldn't do that to all these people who stood by him. But yeah, ego and pride is a dangerous thing. It's a terrible thing. And so everybody's work is gone, deleted. And so let this be a cautionary tale not only to myself, because I'm just not just myself, but to anybody. Don't join a network. Mike, I love you. Chris from Flexing and Finessing, I love you. I appreciate y'all both. And I would think, I would hope that y'all would never pull a stunt like this. However, as a creative, as someone who's been creative and been on YouTube for over 12 years, I've been making YouTube videos since freshman year of college, probably senior year of high school. I I I just don't want anybody to put something they love in the hands of someone else. Put the power of what they love in the hands of someone else. And if you do decide to join a network or be a part of a network or back that shit up. There are websites. Hey, I told y'all I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. I know how to get a song off the internet without paying a dime. There are ways you can download YouTube videos. Go back. Let this be a cautionary tale. Go back to past podcasts. No matter who network you on, whether you on the Trap, Herb Collectors, Flexing, Whiskey Bum is gone. It's obliterated. But RWO, it don't matter. If you have a show that you love dearly, that you're a part of, that you're on, do go. Google YouTube to MP4 converters. There are plenty of websites. Download that shit, back up that shit, get hard drive, save every video you possibly can, just in case, just in case quote unquote page gets hacked and all those videos get deleted. Or just simply, oh yes, ENT said too, screen record. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because there are the podcast before Tinley, where me and Keisha was talking. After Tinley happened, after that situation at Tinley happened, and I heard what went down, I'm so happy I follow my intuition. The ancestors, the universe, they love me. They like, bruh. They slapped me upside the head and said, go back and screen record that section of the podcast, not the whole podcast. And I went and I used my phone and I screen recorded and I have it saved on a flash drive. You might have deleted that episode, but I still got those clips of the last 10 minutes of the show. The cry for help, the red flag, the something my spider senses should have been tingling then when it happened, but it wasn't, because I wasn't thinking that the truth was in plain sight without my knowledge. So yeah, that video's deleted, but I got those last 10 minutes of that last conversation on the podcast before Tinley. I'm just putting it out there. So thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Orlando. Screen record as much as you can. Jerry, what it do? I see you in the comments. Protect your work. If you're hosting a show that you're passionate about, like Row with the Chondros, or, you know, Cat on Chris's show with the spiders, the tarantulas, all that stuff. If you have something you're really, really passionate about, you really, really love, and you don't have to save every episode, but if you got your favorites, like you interview somebody and you like, I really save that shit. Back it up. Don't put your love, your pride and joy. There are reviews that I've done that I will never get back, and I'm not re-recording that shit. Maybe I'll do a retrospective review a couple of years from now of something that I've already did, but they're gone forever. What happened happened. A lot of research. Y'all don't understand. I actually do research on this shit. Now, a lot of stuff I know because I got a degree in film and video productions. My bachelor's degree was in film because I thought I was going to be working in Hollywood. But a lot of stuff I know off the bat, like the history of Hollywood, the history of movies. But a lot of stuff, when I do these reviews, I actually go back and do research. I actually take time out of my work schedule, my day doing stuff. So all that work, the top 10 um episodes that I did, top 10 Disney soundtracks, hip hop, pop music, all that stuff. Um a lot of a lot of those shows, the slideshows, I did those. I made those slideshows. I took the time to find the pictures and do everything. And after I did the slideshow, I just send to Keisha and she embeds it in the thing. I did that work and it's gone. That's what pisses me off the most. And so now I get all these new subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I love y'all. Hey, welcome. They're gonna be confused as fuck that Steak Cinema Podcast went from episode 52 to episode 85 and nothing in between. They gonna think I'm slow, like I don't know math. Like what the heck? They gonna think I don't have shit. Like what happened here? A whole year's worth of episodes gone. Protect your work. Protect Father Dunn. Do y'all know that Father Dunn? That's why I'm pissed off the most that you would do that to him. Father Dunn books his own guests. He works hard trying to find people, going through TikTok, going through Instagram, he does his own research. He does his own questions. And he made a lot of amazing episodes. Not including mine. I'm not including mine because I was just the first guest and really I ain't got nothing to add. But he had a woman who had zebras, so many pet rescues, so many rescues that do great work helping animals from porcupines to capybaras. So much information lost, gone forever. Father Dunn does not deserve that type of treatment. Like, it's just your pride and ego just really, your narcissism just really run your life to where you like, I'd rather burn it all down and start over. I'd rather delete everything and start over. Start a new page, do whatever. And then if anybody asks, oh, my page got hacked, my page got hacked. It pisses me off the more I talk about it. A lot of great guests. And then it is so funny. It's so funny that people, what's even more disrespectful and why I'm even more angry, not only because I supported you financially with my own money, even after I graduated with my master's degree, and I'm thinking, oh, yes, I'm getting a pay raise, only for my job to come back and say, Actually, we made a clerical mistake on our end. So instead of paying you what you're owed, and what you've earned, we're gonna pay you less. Cause sorry. And so even after I lost over $1,000 of my paycheck, when it came down to I had to cancel a lot of things, I canceled a lot of subscription services. I canceled a lot of stuff. I canceled so much Patreons. I left a lot of Patreons, not because of drama, but because I just couldn't afford it. I took a couple of months from paying KG in them. I had to because I just could not afford it. I got back on it now. Don't get me wrong. I got back on the pay because I really love KG and D and I support everything they do. And their Patreon is well worth the money. But I canceled so many things. But one thing that I never even questioned was, am I going to keep paying to Keys Constrictors channel, the Weekend Warrior memberships? I never questioned that. I never stopped paying that every month. When you lost your car, donating to the auction. Not even donating to the auction, but even cash apping money straight out. Not only did I financially supported you, but I also took on beefs that you had with other people, beefs that weren't warranted. Now, one beef is warranted, and I will forever say, fuck that guy for life because not because of Keys, but because he drew a line in the sand. He was being a narcissistic idiot, um, talking down on all other podcasts and podcast networks, and he kept attacking Mike from Herp Collector. So that beef was warranted. I don't regret beefing or not fucking with MJ and the Trap Talk Network because he was just being a bully to everybody who he deemed less than him. But all other beefs, people who was beefing with Keys or hated Keys or threw shots at Keys or Wiz or Mike or whatever, I took on, and that's the issue with me. Again, accountability, Elias, accountability. I am loyal to a fault. I am loyal to a fault, and that's on me. That is on me. I will take that. I will take that L and I will eat that. I'm so loyal that, hey, you don't like Keys? Well, I don't like you. You don't like Wiz? Well, I don't like you. You got an issue with KG? Well, then you got an issue with me. Like, that's the type of person I am. And a lot of the stuff wasn't warranted because a lot of those people didn't do nothing to me. But I took on beefs that did not have anything to do with me out of loyalty. I was so loyal. And for you to do me like this, again, accountability, Elias, that's me. I always see the good in people. I always try to be there for folks. I always try to, but it always bite me in my ass. Matter of fact, someone has said this. Look, my algorithms have been wilding out on Instagram because someone had posted this either on Instagram or Threads last night as I was getting ready for this show, writing notes down. I was like, "Whoo, you know what to say." You know exactly what to say. What that post say? Mm. But it says something about, oh, it was like seeing the good in people has never helped me in the slightest. Something like that. It was on Threads. Like always trying to find the good in people has never helped me in the slightest. And it hasn't. It always bites me in my ass every time. Always. And I'm like, but I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna take the L because I'm an adult. I'm gonna take the L. That's on me. Lessons learned. But just know if anybody else come in my life when it comes to this reptile hobby, I hate to be cynical. I hate to be an asshole, but you're guilty until proven innocent. Just like I learned the hard way that a lot of people in this hobby are slick racists, overtly racist. They look down on black folks. or they're outright transphobic. They'll never say it out loud, but they like certain posts. Y'all forget Instagram snitches. When you like a post, it tells your followers that you like that post. If you comment on something, it shows that you comment. It just pops up on the algorithm. I don't go looking for this shit. It just pops up. Such and such ball pythons like this post, and you see that this post is a post about anti-trans people, anti-black people. And I'm like, whoa, that's how you really feel? That's how you really feel? I done learned a lot of revelations. Had to say goodbye to a lot of friends. And I'm gonna quit using that word friend because friend is just mm, it's been floating too long. A lot of associates. It's so I hate to break it to y'all, but I've been scarred. 2025 has scarred me. Anybody that comes into my life in this reptile hobby or in life in general that has nothing to do with reptiles, you're guilty until proven innocent. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna consider all certain colored people racist until they prove me otherwise. I'm considering mostly males as egotistic maniacs until you prove me otherwise. I'm sorry, it's just it is what it is. I've been scarred for too long. And I'm gonna see every podcast network as stay away from. Don't ever put your show on. Don't ever work with. Sorry. I love y'all, but sorry. I've been scarred for life for this. I'd rather work solo dolo. I'ma still support y'all. I'm not saying don't support, don't why. I'm still gonna be watching and tagging and showing love and be like, yo, join the live, tap in. I'ma still do that. But as far as Snakes in my podcast, never again. As far as the Shenanigans podcast, and we are gonna start doing what we plan on doing. I just need everybody to get they streaming with Evie Muck situated. But we're gonna start streaming on Maki's page and Father Don's page and Bear's page. We're gonna start doing that. We not going I'm not a rock and I'm not a keys. I'm going to start sharing the views and if look, Maki can do shenanigans for a whole month on her page if she wants to. Candy can do shenanigans for a whole month. It ain't gonna be no weekly thing or nothing like that. Like we gonna start doing stuff like that. Um, it's just I've learned a lot. I've learned to stop. What's that quote? Stop seeing yourself in other people. I've learned to stop seeing other like trying to see like they wouldn't do me like that because I wouldn't do them like that. I'm starting to see that that quote is real because they will do you like that. Human beings will do you like that. Even though I'm not built like that or I wasn't raised like that, does not mean that other people are raised with the same parents as me, same background as me, the same grandparents as me, the same culture. Some of this stuff I feel like it's just instinctively just me, Elias. It's just how I was wired because it's just who I am. I just can't see myself doing people the way people have done to me or others. I just and I realized a lot of men in this hobby are such bitches. Like that fool had the nerve to come into my stories. We ain't talked. He ain't liked none of my posts. Ain't looked at none of my posts. He probably don't even. We probably don't even follow each other anymore. But he had the nerve once all this went down, and I started talking about the whole Whiskey Bomb Network and all the videos being gone, and all of a sudden I see Trap Talk Network in my stories. Bitch, you are so messy. You are a messy little bitch, and you are a grown man. Why are you and your friends in my stories? Y'all don't like any of my posts. Y'all don't support any of my stuff. Y'all probably haven't watched a single episode of Snakes Cinema Podcast. Like, why are you in my stories all of a sudden? I haven't talked to y'all since I left the V Unit. Have not had a conversation with y'all. I haven't watched any of your shows since I left the V Unit. Have not. I don't know what be going on. The only way I know what goes on the Trap Talk Network is every once in a while someone will post, "Oh, did you see this interview?" in Discord chats or group chats, and I ignore it. The moment I see that logo, I just ignore it. I don't even go click on it. I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, Once I'm off somebody, I don't once I realize I'm over someone or something or some group, I act like you don't exist. I don't engage. If I'm engaged still, it means I still care. If I were to watch your stories, or if I were to, like, let's say I don't, like, we all know that I never cared about Chris Eden. I was cordial with him. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I was cordial with him when he was at the first seer back in February because Keys asked me to. He asked me to be nice. He was like, bro, give him a chance. Please. I know you hate him, but give him a chance. I was asked to be nice and be cordial or cool with Chris Eden, even though in my heart I do not like him. I love people who he's involved with, but him as a person, he just always rubbed me the wrong way. If people say I'm too sensitive, fine, but he just rubbed me the wrong way. But I was asked to be cordial and I was asked to be nice, asked to be, give him a chance. But I haven't watched anything on Fat Nation, not once. And I have a lot of friends who are part of the 15 Minutes of Lame. A lot of friends who got interviewed by him. I have not watched a single episode. Have not. I don't know how their interviews went, whether it went good or bad. I don't, because once I don't like someone or I don't care about somebody, I'm not gonna keep supporting them. I don't understand people who hate watches something. Oh, I hate trap. I hate MJ. I hate Trap Talk. Or I hate Chris Eden. Or I hate that. But you still watch their shows. Make that make sense. I've never been that type of person. Make that make sense. If you can't stand somebody, why are you still watching their shit? So I say all that to say, MJ, I haven't watched none of your shit all year. Once I left the V unit and dipped out because you kept talking shit about my friends, you kept talking shit about Mike. You kept throwing shots and subtle shots at people who are smaller podcasts, a smaller podcast network that you deem not worthy. I dipped out and I haven't watched not one episode of, and I know I have friends that I love, or not friends, associates that I love, who were on New Breeder on the Block and they were promoting that they were on New Breeder on the Block. I didn't watch not a single episode. And I love these people. And I'm like, yo, I love you, but I'll catch you on someone else's channel. If you get interviewed by somebody else different who is not a Fat Man Nation or a Trap Talk, if you on somebody else's network and you get interviewed, then I'll watch. So I'm like, so once I get in that mode, I'm not checking for you. I'm not looking for you. So why are you looking for me? Why are you checking for me? Why are you in my stories, motherfucker? Because you're messy. You're a grown ass man trying to get into some mess, trying to see what's going on, trying to figure out, oh, what's Elias talking about? What is this about? What's this? Pretend like I don't exist, just like I pretend you don't exist. I should never see that T logo, that copywritten logo that you got from the FaZe Clan anywhere in my stories. I should not see any of your lackeys, any of your homies. The only person I'm really cool with over there, actually, I have no issue with anybody over there except you, just to put that out there. Like, I don't have any issues with other people that are part of that network. I just don't support that network because I don't support him. But I'm cool with a lot of people that he's cool with. I'm cordial with a lot of people that he's cool with, that he vibe with. I have no disdain for any of those people. I love me some Brock from Morphinary Arts. I love Brock. I love me some Joey D. Like, I have no issues with any of the people associated with him. But I better not see your ass anywhere in my comments. I better not see your ass anywhere in my stories on my Instagram. I don't fuck with you. Be a grown man and leave me the fuck alone. Stop trying to be nosy. So you're trying to be nosy so you can see what we talking about, so you can go back and have fun in your group chats or your discourse or maybe on your show for clicks and dramas and views. I know what you're doing. Stay off my page. I bet not ever see that logo anywhere on my page again. Just messy, messy, messy. Grown ass men, messy. Egotistical men, messy. Grow the fuck up. Sorry, y'all. I done left the chest have been popping. I just had to get all this shit off my chest. Cause I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed that everything I worked hard for is gone. And other people, not just me, other people, Father Dunn's stuff is gone. Genetic canvas gone. Well, the stuff that Jared the stuff that Jared didn't save, but he saved a lot. But even the great outdoors, Ball Ross, the snake great the debate show that they had that was short lived, gone. Those episodes were so amazing. Those shows were so good. Just out the woodwork, just disappeared off the ether. Oh, my page is hacked. Boy, shut the fuck up. All those memories, all those great laughs, all those fun times just out, gone, disappeared. Y'all are crazy in these chats. What up, everybody who came in while I was talking? I was an attack dog in 2023. Then I said, no, I can't be defending people who don't go as hard. Facts, facts, facts. Oh my gosh. The amount. Ooh. Orlando, you're triggering me, man. You're triggering me, Orlando. Cause as many times as I publicly went hard and no pause, cause I'm gay. I'm not finna play the pause game with you motherfuckers. The many times if I went hard defending people I love, defending my friends in this hobby in public, only for them to not do the same for me. Like plenty of people would tell me in private, plenty of people would come into my DMs in private, male and female, this ain't just a male thing, in private and be like, oh, did you see what such and such said about you? Oh, this person said this about you, or this person said this. Do you know this person is transphobic, or this person, like they would tell me, or they'd be like, hey, just want you to know that we're sorry that this person said this thing. We're sorry that this person attacked you. We're sorry that this person posted about you. We just wanted to look out for you, make sure you're good. If you really want to make sure I'm good, you want to really be my friend, then defend me in public as much as I defend you in public. Why am I arguing with people out loud in chats, in comments, protecting you, and you only have my back in private in DMs, but not publicly? Oh, I don't want drama on my page. I don't want to bring that unnecessary energy. Well, then just shut the fuck up. Just be apathetic about the whole situation. Don't bring the mess to me. Cause a lot of stuff I don't be knowing what people be saying about me till they tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be an ally. Don't be an ally for trans people in private, but you not that in public. Just like they're liking those comments or they commenting on those posts, how come I don't see you under their comments condemning them? Saying, yo, this ain't cool. Yo, this ain't nice. Now, I'm not saying that never happens. Like, there have been situations, I think like 2 years ago, where someone said something or did something transphobic, and no, it was homophobic. Wiz, perfect example. Someone was on sophisticated ignorance, and we're not going to rehash or say their name, but someone was on sophisticated ignorance, and they said the most homophobic thing ever. And Father Dunn, rightfully so, messaged everybody and was like, yo, this ain't cool. Well, instead of being an ally in private, Wiz came on the next day on his show, was like, the next week was like, yo, this ain't cool. We not condemning this. We not going through this. We not standing for this. And I will always respect and love Wiz for that. He was man enough to do it in public, not just in private. But oftentimes in this hobby, it's a lot of private conversations. Meanwhile, us who really love and have passion and care for one another are defending and sticking up for people who would never do the same for us. Never do the same for us. So yeah, I'm done taking on beefs from other people. If you don't like certain people that I do like, that's y'all battle. That's y'all beef. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Now, if you come out and say something about me, then we got a problem. But I'm done being that loyal. Mm-mm. Let's see. Loyalty is definitely a double-edged sword. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Pat says, don't take the L as a loss, but as a lesson. I'm trying, Pat. I really am. I'm trying to use your wisdom around here. Let's see. Trying. Let's see. A genuinely good person can take criticisms, take up accountability, apologize, and do the necessary work to improve. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have many people that do that. They just try to put blame on other people. Well, this person did this person did that. Oh, this happened to me. Like, oh, I was hacked, I was drugged, I was this, I was laced with something. Like, oh, what did you do? Take accountability for yourself. Seeing the good in people is easy. Now let's start looking at any signs of evil before calling them a friend. It's hard for me because I was raised differently, but this is a different world. Facts, facts. Mako, thanks for tapping in. I'm getting a lot of views that I normally don't get, but I appreciate y'all. I really do. What up, Mako? What up, Low Life? Let's see. We'll say pay attention to that too. Thanks to you giving the game, motherfuckers telling on themselves every time. Yep, they do. They snitch on themselves every time. Eventually, fool me once, shame on. Fool me twice, like nah. Whatever George Bush said. Ah, that meme will forever crack me up. I've been keeping silent and putting in the work. That's all you got to focus on in this industry, your path and your passion. Yeah, that's right. That's right. See, here's the thing. I get that, Jared, and I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. You're absolutely right. A lot of people have DM me telling me, keep doing the work, don't give up, keep your head down, stay focused, and I will. I will. The thing about it is about me. Let me just tell y'all a little bit about me. For most of my life, from childhood on to my early 20s, I was taught by so many people, society, school, parents, grandparents, everybody. If someone disrespects you, turn the other cheek, forgive, take the high road. Don't say anything. Keep it in house, keep it silent. And that shit eats up at you. When you're constantly just getting slapped in the face and don't say nothing because you want to be the take the high road. When they go low, we go high. Try to be all, you know, respectable and stuff like that. That does not do anything. Those people gonna keep disrespecting you. That's one thing I learned in life. People gonna keep on because they be like, oh, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna get mad. He's gonna forgive me. We gonna move on. Everything's gonna be great. Only for them to do it again and do it again and do it again. They might not do it again to you, but they'll do it to somebody else. And so in my 30s, about to be 40s, I've learned from myself and in life that if someone disrespects you, if someone lies to you, we got to get over this culture of not calling people out. No, call them out. That's the reason why we're in this society now. Because fucked up people have not been called out. That's why we got the administration we got now and all the things we got now, because fucked up people were never called out for being fucked up. People who disrespect you and lie to you have not been called out enough for disrespecting and lying. There has not been no consequences to any actions because people want to be quiet. People want to keep it cool, keep it kosher, keep it. And I fall into this thing too, but I'm only keeping it kosher. Like I could really come on this live today this morning and go off and spill some beans that I know, but I'm not. Not to respect him. Fuck him. But for the people who are the real victims, I'm respecting them. Now, if they come out and say what they want to say and share their stories, because like I said, it's more than one, then cool. I have they back. I stand up for them. I stand by them. I love them. I'll support them, but it's not my place to come and tell their story. It's only my place to come tell mine. So that's what I'm doing on this live, to come tell my story and to explain to people, because people are going to go back and watch this channel. New people are discovering this channel a lot. And when they wonder why my podcast channel has episode 54, it doesn't have another episode until 90. Now you got a whole hour podcast explaining what happened, how it happened, what's been going on. So it's just, I get what you're saying. Keeping it silent, moving on, take this a lesson learned, and do what you got to do to move forward. I get all of that. I've been hearing it all week long ever since I went off on Tuesday night. But at the same time, if I feel disrespected, I'm going to, and publicly, I'm going to clap back. Cause you're not finna lie to me behind closed doors, lie to me in secret, and then delete everything that I've ever done. Like, just to start over, and no, fuck that shit. Mm. Let's see. ENT says, so if we ever offended anyone, let us know. Our friendships mean too much to us. Facts. Facts. And that's one thing I've learned too. And that's one thing I respect too. Like AJ from FNA Balls. There was a time where me and AJ stopped talking. And we were seeing different opinions on things as far as this hobby. But one thing I love and respect about AJ, and that I'll always have respect for, is that he will speak his mind. If he felt offended by something, he will speak his mind. Me and him have had conversations, and we back cool now. We back cool. We back loving each other. That's my boy. That's my homie. But because he was a man enough to come tell me, yo, when you be shitting on this gene or that gene, I feel like you're shitting on my dreams. You're shitting on my projects. I feel like this what it makes me feel. And so I've slowed down on shitting on certain genes. If y'all notice, a lot of times when I be on these podcasts, like the last couple of sophisticated ignorance and stuff like that, I don't. Sometimes I do. I do say get the lotion because it's just a habit, but I slowed down and stopped shitting on certain genes because I know that hurts my friends' feelings. And so, out of respect, but then other people bring my name in, like they'll show a hypo or they'll show a clown. They'll be like, sorry, Elias. And I'll be like, I'm trying not to say nothing. Like, I'll mute myself. I've muted myself a lot because I love and respect AJ so much. And I know, and it ain't just him, there's other people who came to me and said, yo, we respect your opinions, but it kind of hurt our feelings when you openly shit on, clowns or whatever. And so I've learned to, at first I was stubborn. I will say I was stubborn and I would double down and triple down on that shit. But I have slowed down to not shitting on clowns and hypos and DGs unless someone cracks the joke first. Now, if they crack the joke at me, like they pulled out a hypo and they was like, oh, sorry, Elias, you're gonna have to see this. Then, I might be like, let me go get the lotion. But I'm not gonna come out and just every time I see a hypo snake just shit on. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not, because I value the friendships of my friends. If they say something I do hurts them or offends them, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to, or at least try my best. Now y'all be egging me in these jokes. Y'all be egging me on in these jokes. But I be trying my best not to overtly just shit on people's projects. Like I just stop. I stop. Have y'all noticed? At least on lives publicly, now in private, I can't help it. I gotta speak my mind. But in public, have y'all noticed that I have not shitted on the cult? I have not, publicly talked bad about y'all Jesus Christ Canova, because I know that hurts y'all feelings to be called a cult. And so, and when my friends express to me, hey, you're hurting my feelings, I'm going to respect them. So I say all that to say, yo, if I ever offended you because you feel like I was shitting on your projects, I'm sorry. I am truly sorry. I was just cracking jokes just like everybody. People crack jokes on the monarchs. People crack jokes on pastel. Everybody cracks jokes on pastels. Pastel is the new spider. Like, you can't win. People are gonna tease and joke about certain jeans, but I've learned to just shut the fuck up when it comes to clown because the whole industry, except for me, loves clown. So I learned to, you know, not, even though I still feel the way I feel. Like, y'all ain't gonna make me like clown. Y'all not gonna make me like clown. However, I'm not gonna openly just diss it just to be dissing it. Like, I just, you live and you learn, and you got to take accountability for what you do. So I hurt people's feelings on genetics, on their favorite genes. I'm truly, I'm sorry. If you're my friend, now if you're my enemy, you're my ops. I'm a shit on your animals all day long because I don't care. If you're a person that I just do not like, I don't care about your feelings. I only care about my friends' feelings. Um, or associates. I gotta stop using the word friends, associates, feelings. Because at this point, what is friendships when people do you the way that I've been done? Let's see. Let's see. You're gonna see I liked every post from the I got my hair done guy. It looks like Laura Farquhar. Kyle, you a fool. You are a fool. Yeah. Same, ENT. If we got beef, come to me and we work it out. Same, same. The community is the biggest bonus. Let's see. Please, Wia says yes. Please tell me if I offended anyone at any time. Y'all know I'm slow. Hey, that green tea sometimes gets you to do things or say things out of pocket. Let's see. Patrick said, "Wiz, you offended me because you won't pick up the phone." ah. mm, Let's see. Let's see. Y'all crazy. Jamie, thanks for tapping in. Professor Pythons. Hey, if y'all not following her on Instagram, please go follow her on Instagram. She's a fellow teacher and a ball python breeder. She's trying to get to 1,000 um followers on Instagram. So Professor Pythons, right there, that name. Follow it on IG. Help my sister out. She's such dope people. James said you talk about MJ. He smelled drama and wanted view. That's correct. That's why he showed up in my stories all of a sudden without, never engaging in any of my stuff. I love Brian. Brian is a fool. He said, if I offended anybody good, you deserve it. Work on yourself. I'm through. Paul Ross, you are a fool. Eric B, No Rock Kim, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, they do thrive on it. They do. They do thrive on it. Like I said earlier, once I no longer deal with you or mess with you, as long as I'm not going to keep engaging in your content. I'm not going to keep following you on Instagram. I'm not going to go through, you're not going to see me in your stories because I literally disengaged. I literally checked out. So I would like for them to do the same for me. Don't go in my stories. Don't go in my posts. Don't look at don't if you and they're probably either he or his lackeys is probably in this chat right now watching this podcast, watching now, because I'm at 30 views. I'm at 30 views right now, and I've never had this many views. So many people just want the drama. So many people want to know what's going on. Y'all don't give a damn about when I'm reviewing a music video or if I'm reviewing a TV show or something. I think I had 4 people live last week, which I appreciate. I love my same 4 people, but y'all don't give a damn about me. Y'all just want to see what I'm gonna say today. Don't think I ain't peaked it. All those all of a sudden followers I was getting on Instagram this week from people who knew me already, People who've been on Hair Down with me already, people who've been on Sophisticated. Now you're following me on the IG after how many years? I see what y'all doing. Y'all just want to know what's going on. But it's okay. I love y'all. I love the views. I ain't hating. I appreciate all y'all, even the nosy people. And Bear is a fool. Bear, are you smoking? He said random again, but hand feeding animals with strong feeding response is a bad idea. Bear, please tell me you did not hand feed a boa. Please tell me that's not what just happened this morning. Oh God. Or one of them big monitors you got. Please tell me you did not. Use tongue, sir. And Mike said, same, my cutoff game is strong. I act like you don't exist, right? Remember, we don't have to like everyone. Not everybody's supposed to be friends. That is true. That is true. That is true. I be giving, Orlando said, I be giving motherfuckers too many chances. TJ told me, yeah. I'm the same, Orlando. We give so many people so many chances. That's why I allowed him to keep lying in my face or lying to me on the phone. Because I kept giving chance after chance after chance. Let's see. Dude said I was copying him, and I'm like, how? I haven't even been watching your shows. His ego. We the best podcast network in the world. We the number one podcast in the world. Well, if you are, then shut the fuck up and just be the best. You ain't gotta tell us. You ain't gotta beat your chest like a gorilla. We don't give a fuck. But shitting on smaller podcasts, throwing shots, talking about panel shows and other things, or y'all just talking just to have a conversation. We do real education around here. People learn from us, yada yada. Well, if you the best, then just shut the fuck up and be the best. Like real kings, real G's, real goats don't brag about being what they just are, and they let other people around them brag about them. They let their work shows and they let other people brag about them. That's one thing I give it to Canova. I always talk about his cult again. I always talk about his cult, not him particularly, but I'll give it to him. I have mad respect for him in the sense that he never comes out and say, I'm the best ball python breeder. I'm number one. I'm this, I'm that, I'm the best, yada, yada, yada. He just is. He let other people tell that he's the best. I have to give him that much respect. Now, if he was to come out and be like, "Girl, I'm the best, I'm number one, I'm this, I'm that, I'm blah, 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 blah," I'd be like, bruh, I'm, you know, like, bruh, shut the fuck up. Like, nobody cares. If you're the best, you ain't got to tell nobody. Miguel, the same way. I ain't never hear him, not on his YouTube channel, not in his Instagram post, I'm the best, yada, 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 hear me roar, I'm number one. He ain't got to do all that. He ain't do all that. That's one thing I respect about some of these big breeders. Now, there are some breeders that are well known that demand respect. And I won't only say big breeders, but are well known, popular breeders like Homeboy that y'all continue to support, even though he tried to scam y'all with the boat gene. But y'all forgave him because he made what? Bambino? Or he founded Bambino. Now all is forgiven. We're going to pretend like you did not try to rename an existing gene, existing morph, and y'all have him on y'all shows drunk as a skunk, drunk as a fucking skunk, slurring his words, asking you 10 times, you want me to go get the snake? You want me to go get the snake? You want me to go get shut the fuck up, go get the snake. This is an interview show. We're interviewing you. We're talking about animals. For some reason, y'all still support his butt. Y'all boost his ego up because of Bambino. But if you talk to the UK breeders, they can't stand his ass. They'll tell y'all he a scammer, he's a liar, he's a nut job, he's a drunk, but y'all don't want to listen. Y'all just, oh, he made Bambino, so we gotta have him. He's the best. And he tried to sell y'all on a spider gene and rename it. Okay. Okay. Again, if you are the best, you ain't gotta tell nobody. Let's see. Bro, that Memphis is coming out. It's been out. It's been out, Pat, outside. messy and petty, and not about their life in person. Right? Catch us at the next Reptile Show. Right, ENT? Because I will be at Sear. All this messiness, that breeder, I'm not gonna say his name, but he says I'm him and his wife drunkenly said they can't stand me. They can't stand seeing me because I'm combative. Come see my combative ass at the next Sear because I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm not running away from y'all. I said what I said. Y'all like to talk crap about people in private. Come tell me how you feel. Tell me how you really feel in public. Don't dap me up. Hey, brother. No, don't be fake like you was in August. Don't be fake. Tell me how you really truly feel about me when I come back to Sear, or if I ever go back to Tinley, or if I ever show up in Daytona before that shuts down. Cause every year, oh, this gonna be the last Daytona. Like, I'm not afraid of y'all. I'm not. I've seen death in the face. I welcomed it. I'm a suicide survivor. I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, the most quote unquote dangerous city in the world. Oh, I'm not afraid of y'all fuckers here at on the reptile hobby. I'm not afraid of y'all. I'm never gonna start nothing with y'all. I'm not gonna start crap with y'all, but at the same time, if we not cool with each other, don't sit there and dap me. Oh, what's up, brother? Shut the fuck up. You know you can't stand me. Leave me alone. Don't smile in my face. Talking all that mess. Talking all that mess. I'm the greatest podcast in the world. I'm the best. I'm number one. All these people copying me. All these people, they can't get to touch me. And then, what was it? The February seer? The first seer or second seer? I can't remember. Hey, how y'all doing? Huh? What? You was just crapping on us. You're like, what? I just don't get it. Eric B says, so if you were forced to watch either Trap Talk or Fat Man, who would you choose? Got to play devil's advocate. You have to be honest and choose one. Eric, you a fool. I'd rather gouge my eyes out, honestly. I'd rather not go on any podcast at all. However, because they both drive me crazy. Oh my gosh. With their egos. That's the thing, is the egos. But I will say this. I'm gonna be honest. I never truly forgave um Chris Eden for when he was cracking jokes on people who were supporting Brian Barchek during his cancer stuff before he died. And he could say it's all jokes. I was just playing those jokes, whatever. I don't care. That I lost way more respect for. That was when I really lost respect for him. The little respect I have, and for that. But at the same time, MJ has really talked crap about people I really love and people I actually know. Yes, Brian Barchek was a hero of mine, but I actually know Mike from Herb Collectors. I actually know Wiz and Keys. I actually know, you know, people of that nature. The fact that I haven't watched any of his shows, but I did heard through the grapevine that he crapped on and attacked, he slick attacked Frank Lock and Loaded because of his opinions on head influences. Like I feel like that's bullshit. So if a gun was put to my head and I had to watch either Trap Talk or Fat Man, I probably would have to deal with the 15 minutes of lame dude because you're not gonna you're not gonna keep bullying my friends, people I personally know, and me give you a view. Like fuck no, no. Like yes, I lost respect for Chris Eden when it came to Brian Barchek, but at the same time, you know, word on the street is that him and Brian Barchek really knew each other personally and they had their own personal issues. So I cannot hate someone if they really have a personal gripe with someone who probably did them wrong. Because we don't know the backstory. Well, at least I don't. I don't know the backstory. Brian could be a wonderful person to his fans, but hurt some people in the background. We don't know. I don't know that man, but I do know my friends that were attacked by Trap Talk, and so yeah, I would rather watch Chris Eaton than Trap Talk if a gun was put to my head and I was forced. There go your, there go your choice. There go your choice, Eric B. But in all honesty, I'd rather not watch any of them. I'm seeing more names that never pop up in my show before. Y'all, nice to meet y'all. Mm, good to see y'all. Thanks for tapping in. This might be the only podcast y'all watch of my show because y'all want to know the drama. Hashtag replay game. If you came in late, hashtag replay game. Loving Joey D's crazy work. You got to pop. My bad. My bad. I'm trying to go through these comments before I dip out. Because I don't want to. Oh, y'all feel like I'm ignoring. Yeah. Let's see. Let you know they watching you. They watching you, bro. Facts. Facts. That is true. Is you? You right. You right. Going to catch the replay. Thank you. TJ said, just know we got your back and ride dies of mine. My circle is small for a reason. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate y'all. And if Don's guests are anything like us, we sent the link to all of our family and friends to show our love. I love facts, facts, yes. Facts. Oh my gosh, Wiz. Yes, I did some great interviews. They'll never be seen again. Yep. Yep. Mr. Debate Show. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Yep, you're right. You're right. The name brother used to mean something. Now it's given out. Yep. And that's an L I must take. That's an L I must take. The word brother has been given out way too much. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Gotta do another one with Father Dunn. Bear said, I'll defend you all the time. You're 3'8". I forget you. Forget you, Bear. Let's see. You can tell the virtue of a man by finding out they had your back when you weren't there, but the same motherfucker clowning with you in private or public. Yep. Yep. And I've learned that a lot. 2025 has been heavy on that. Heavy on that. Let's see. Right. I've witnessed Wiz doing the right thing even when it was uncomfortable. He's a real one. Fact. Hashtag blame Wiz. Y'all are stupid. Oh, don't make excuses. Just work and get better. Facts. Facts. Mm. Let's see. Wiz says, my sister is gay. My first cousin is gay. I got trans friends. It's 2026 and people need to let people be them. Facts. You're Alex. Thanks for tapping in. Yo, we are in the car listening on the way to Home Depot. Just favorite hobby is to torture me. Y'all crazy. Free Alex. Let's see. Well said. If they can't have your back in public, so yeah, yeah. Well, I've learned that a lot. A lot of people can't, don't never have my back in public, just in private. Ashley, what it do? Short tail sweetie. I got caught off work today for a snowstorm, so I made it so I could listen. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. Be safe out there in that snowstorm. Eric said, "This blackhead vanilla head paint girl got one more time to bite me in his eye." Oh Lord, Eric, not you fighting a ball python. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. I don't even listen to people anymore. I just watch their actions. Facts, facts. Whoever you are is where did be thanks for tapping in. Never seen your name before, but appreciate you. And you are right. Facts, facts, facts. Mm. Let's see. Trying to catch up in the chats, y'all. Trying to catch up in the chats. Look at y'all talking about drinking. Let's see. Mm. Oh, F and A. Thanks for tapping in. What's up? Fred and AJ, y'all follow them. If you're not following them, they got some heat. They got some dope snakes that they've been hatching out lately. Dope projects. Kyle is a fool. F and A. Now I've learned you're two people. Yeah, Fred and AJ. Mm, yes, facts, facts. I always watch actions instead of words. We clapping back. Let's see. Cal said, I hope no one is checking what videos I like because it's mostly AI grizzly bears twerking. You are a fool. Also, you're the reason why a bunch of AI videos is popping up on my timeline. you. I was like, I don't even follow anything AI. I try not to do anything that says Sono on it or Solo, what it's Soro, whatever that app is, where it looks like TikTok, but it's all AI videos. I try to avoid all that like the plague. Now I know it's Kyle the reason. Cause all your likes. Let's see. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all, some of y'all dealing with snow right now. Yikes. Yeah, back to shoveling. Y'all be safe and stay warm. Stay warm. Nikki, irresistible. Thanks for tapping in. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Ba 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 da da da. Let me make sure I'm trying to keep up. This is what happens when I get to talking and then I lose y'all in the chats. Uh, Elias trying to be modest. He about to be the next hypo DG clown. Never. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but never. That's why the only clown in my collection got no eyes and a cleft palate, and the only hypo in my collection is missing an eye. Like I'm not breeding at all. The only way they in my collection is if they got a disability. That's it. There's only two. It's Dolly and Tink Tink. Them the only two, and they are not getting bred. Speaking of which, I gotta do a video on Tink Tink because she is funny. She has a cleft palate. First of all, she was born with no eyes. She has a cleft palate, and when she sticks, first of all, she rarely sticks her tongue out, but when she do, it goes sideways. It comes out the side of her mouth, not the front. It is hilarious. I love me some Tink Tink. That's the only clown you gonna hear me say I love. It's that little deformed baby, and she eats well. The fact that she can eat a live rodent with a cleft palate, hey. Let's see. Let's see. Let me scroll down. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna skip some of these comments. Y'all are crazy. Let's see. Jamie said, if I ever do anything that makes anyone uncomfortable or offend you, please communicate with me. We all view the world differently. Right, right. Wiz offended me, sent me a box even though it wasn't from him. I didn't even get no stickers. That's a sin right there. We gonna try. Have a good day, Ashley. We're gonna try. We're gonna try not to fight. Y'all are stupid. Yes, I'm so behind in the comments. Let me hurry up and I'm so sorry, y'all. Especially now that I got a whole bunch of viewers who I ain't never talked to. Let's see. covert narcissist, grandiose narcissism, malevolent narcissism, love bombing, read up, protect yourself. It's happening right now. Facts. Oh, I do my research. I know. That's how I was able to catch a whole bunch of lies. Blame Wiz if the show starts at 9. You can show up at 10 and still probably be early. Let's see. We're on StreamYard shooting the shits after this. What's up? Okay, send the link. Send the link. I'm about to get off in just a second. Um, let's see. Just trying to keep up, catch up with everybody. I'm 5 hours late on this day. Let's see. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, whether y'all go in the discourse or in behind the scenes at hit me up, send me the link. I like to chop it up with y'all. I miss y'all, especially in the discourse, man. Y'all been so quiet ever since Tinley. Tinley has cursed us. I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about that right quick. Ever since the Tinley situation, everybody has ran away. Don't nobody talk in the discourse anymore, just shooting the shits. I guess because they scared to gossip and get cussed out for spreading lies or spreading information when, again, go to the source instead of sitting around. Oh, I heard this, or someone told me that, such and such told me this what happened at Tinley, this what happened, and then come to find out that didn't happen. Go to the source. When people when word was out that Ash sold a snake to Canova, I went to the source. I went to Ash and asked. I didn't go around spreading rumors saying, "Oh, did you hear this? Did you?" Hear And then come to find out that rumor started from the Bambino guy who was probably jealous because let's keep it a buck. The Super Malice looks 10 times better than any Bambino out there. Just saying. But go to the source. Stop listening to rumors and listening to people in discords saying, "Ooh, I heard this or I saw this." Did you really see it? Were you really there? Did you see the hand money exchange? No, then shut up. Go to the source. Ask the person. But Tinley has really cursed us because nobody's in the discourse chats talking. We just don't shoot the shits no more backstage, just hollering and just having fun, cracking jokes. People scared. All right, I think I've caught up in the chats. Let me make sure. Let's see. Dickie, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. Ash, speaking of, it's all right. It's all right. Hashtag replay gang. Y'all can hit the replay once this is over and watch the beginning. Oh, that's you. Okay, okay. Now I know. Okay, that's your other account. Okay. Thank you, thank you. I'll turn all y'all blue later after this. Let's see. Posted. Thanks for tapping in. Y'all really going through it up there up north. And Dolly and Tink Tink is crazy. It is. Those are my disabled babies, Dolly and Tink Tink. Oh, those are my babies. The haters have cleared out. Facts. They have. They ran away. That's what happened. Let's see. Ja- Alex said, Kyle, answer your phone. Y'all are crazy. Nah, I'm still here. I hate everybody equally. Y'all crazy. All right. Thanks for tapping in. That's okay. I'm about to send the link, Pumpkin. All right, I'm about to tap out. If y'all want to talk backstage and chop it up, we can. DJ and them. Yes, we do need to get back to having those chat sessions. Let's see. Yep, yep. Okay, facts. I'll hop on Discord with y'all later. After this. Anyways, thanks y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all to the day ones. Mitzi, hey, thanks for tapping in. Thank y'all to the day ones who always tap in religiously. And for those who came in just to be nosy to see what I was going to talk about, thank you for the views. I appreciate you. We were consistently like 30 some people, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be more in the replay gang. So, hashtag replay gang. If you like what I do, if you like me to talk about movies and TV shows and music that I review, um, continue, subscribe, like, comment. We're going to be talking next week Wicked and Predator Badlands. And then I have some more stuff I got to review before. And then in December, we're doing the top 10 countdowns, best of 2025, worst of 2025 for both music, for albums, and movies. Um, and then also the tradition best podcast of 2025 that I've either watched or listened to. And I will be mixing reptiles and non-reptile related, like true crime and other stuff like that. So be on the lookout for those that's coming in December as we get ready for 2026. And when I tell y'all it's going to be a great 2026, we're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You too, AJ. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, all the nosy people. We appreciate them too. We appreciate everybody. Again, I am live every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time, the real time zone, to review movies, music, TV shows, all the things. So tap in if you would like to make suggestions, or if you have a request, because I do take requests like, hey, have you seen this show? Hey, have you seen that movie? Have you seen Hey, hit me up. Now, I did tell y'all early 2025 that I'm done with Tyler Perry, but if he just so happened to put something out that you think is rant worthy, I just might come out of my Tyler Perry hate retirement to review a movie of his. But right now, we are not doing anything Tyler Perry. I'm over it. But everything else you can suggest, any music you can suggest, anything. I will take requests. Again, this podcast and every podcast is brought to you by ENT Reptiles. So hit up Orlando and TJ. Look out for what they got coming in the future. They work with leopard geckos. They work with all the short tails. They have white throat monitors. It's gonna be on and popping. So hit them up, support them, follow them. They are the reason why my channel is still going strong and why I got Evie Muck. So I appreciate y'all, brothers. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for real. Um, and then check out every Thursday the Shenanigans podcast. If you want just downright silly, stupid fun with me and my friends, Maki, Dundee, Bear, Candy, it's a great time. So please tap in every Thursday from 6:30 p.m. Central Time to like 8. Sometimes we go over if a conversation is good enough. But if you want the jokes, if you want the funnies, if you want all that stuff, tap in and just know that those episodes, those podcasts will never be deleted. They're gonna be here on the internet forever. So please tap into all the fun. Let's see. I'm telling you right now, the movie Begonia is crazy. Let me write that down. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see. Begonia is. I'm gonna look that up later. Thanks for the suggestion. Listen. Don't listen to me or Walk Hard. The Davy Dewey Cox story. Okay. Let's see. Let me write that down right quick. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. Please tap in tonight on Sophisticated Ignorance with Wiz, and Ro, and the rest of the crew, the Wiz Tank Clan. Lock in with them. Uh, the 25th Hour is a great movie. Okay, 25th Hour. I appreciate y'all. If anybody has any more suggestions, just DM me on Instagram, DM me, and let me know what suggestions, and I will look those up and you might see it in a future podcast episode, especially in January, because I think January and February usually is a slump in Hollywood and there's not much new stuff. So I can watch these that y'all suggest to me. Let's see. Oh yeah, I still ain't watched Wilfred yet. I still gotta check that out. You've been telling me about that for a minute, so I gotta put that on top of the list. Let's see. But anyways, also check out Father Dundee's Everyday Keepers on Sunday on his channel, Uptown Exotics with a Z. Uptown Exotics, please. Not a Z, a X. Sorry, my dyslexia with an X. Uptown Exotics with an X. Please tap in, watch his show, Everyday Keepers. He be having some great guests and support Father Dunn no matter what. And then also FNA, Fred and AJ with the Serpent show on right after Father Dunn's on Sundays as well on their channels. And again, I'm just letting y'all know right now, after everything that I've said on this podcast, even though a friendship is shattered and gone, and I'm stepping away from a certain person, I'm not drawing no line in the sand. I'm not telling you to boycott or draw a line in the sand. I'm not telling you to pick sides. There's no sides to pick. Continue to support. Continue to watch the shows. Continue, if he's your brother, your friend, you love and care for him, continue their relationship. I'm just sharing my story and what I went through and how I feel. Um, so I'm not drawing the line of saying, oh, you're cool with him, well, you can't be cool with me. I'm not that type of person. We are grown. I'm almost 40. I'm 4 years from 40. I ain't got time to be like high school kids and like, no, none of that. I'm just sharing my story. I'm just sharing what happened with the podcast episodes that are no longer here and how I feel. That's all. You make your own judgments. There's nothing to choose. There's no sides to choose. None of that. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all no matter what. And you know, there's no hate here, no love law. It's just a friendship is shattered. It will never be the same again. Um, but yeah, one battle after another. Oh yeah. That's on my list too. I've already heard lots of great things about that. Mm, But yeah, thank you for everybody for tapping in. Thank you for everybody who's listening, who listened, who gave me great feedback. And I really do appreciate y'all. Before we go, I just want to say thank you to Nikki. Thank you to Shauna. Thank you to Chris from Flexing and Finessing. Thank you to Snake Man Pat. Thank you from D from Bond Projects. Thank you to Pie Man. And thank you to Geo, because all this week, y'all checked on me. Y'all gave me words of encouragement. Y'all didn't just say, oh, let it go and move on. No, y'all gave me real solid advice, words of encouragement. Y'all made sure I was good. And y'all gave me a lot of hope when I started to get down and cynical and saying, F all this, F the community, I'm done, I'm over it, I don't like none of y'all. Y'all brought me back. Y'all are the good in this hobby, and y'all are great positive lights, and I just wanted to specifically say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, and I love everybody. I'm just, it's a friendship breakup that I never thought it was gonna happen, but it did, and we just gotta roll with the punches. And like Pat Man said, we're gonna end on this. Continue to be great, and to everybody in the chat, peace and love. I agree. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Y'all are amazing. We'll see y'all. I'll see y'all tonight on Sophisticated Ignorance, and we'll see y'all next week for another Snake Cinema podcast. Peace.
Every episode, spitting truth, old school jams and the latest youth. We keep it real, no sugarcoat.